From Sunflower to Queen, Thumbelina's journey. A long time ago, when fairies were still friends of human beings, there lived a woman named Mahi. She had no children, and after her husband passed away, she built herself a little home far away from the city, in the middle of the green hills. She made that house her own paradise. The house was painted white on the outside, with colorful vines climbing along its walls. Small flower pots hung from the roof, and in front of the house there were trees, flowers, and even a clear stream that sparkled like glass. Mahi would often go into the forest to pick fruits and vegetables, or catch fish from the stream for her meals. She had everything she needed, except she was lonely. Her heart wished for a daughter. Mahi had a special friend who lived in that same forest. But she was no ordinary friend, she was a beautiful fairy. Mahi often visited her. One day, when Mahi went to her, she was very sad. The fairy asked why, and Mahi told her, "I am so lonely. If only I had a daughter." The fairy smiled and gave Mahi a seed of a sunflower. She said, "Plant this seed in your garden." Mahi frowned. "I asked you for a daughter, and you are giving me a seed." The fairy replied gently, "Just do as I say." So Mahi took the seed home and planted it in her garden. The next morning, she went outside and saw that a tall sunflower had grown overnight. Its golden petals, however, were still closed. Mahi went closer and whispered, "What a beautiful flower. Why won't you bloom?" She kissed the flower softly, and suddenly the petals opened wide. Inside the flower sat a tiny, tiny girl, no taller than 5 inches. She wore a yellow gown embroidered with green thread. Her golden hair, braided with beads, fell down to her knees. Mahi's eyes widened in wonder. She carefully lifted the little girl into her palm and whispered, "You are so beautiful. From today, you are my daughter. And your name will be Thumbelina, because you are as small as my thumb." Mahi made her a soft bed from the sunflower petals. Thumbelina lived happily with Mahi. Sometimes, Mahi would place her on a table, and Thumbelina would sing and dance with joy, filling Mahi's heart with laughter.
In the garden where the sunlight glows, a tiny flower child gently grows. With Mahi's love my heart can sing. Every day feels like the spring. Little hands so small, so free, yet the world feels bright for me. Dancing, laughter, songs so sweet. Life with Mahi is complete.
Now Mahi's life felt complete. She was no longer alone. But one night, as Thumbelina slept near the window, a frog named John came hopping in. He saw her and whispered, "What a pretty little girl. I will take her away and marry her to my son, Rocky." John picked up Thumbelina, bed and all, and carried her to a pond. He placed her bed on a large lily pad floating in the water. When Rocky saw her, he asked, "Father, who is this?" John replied, "She will be your wife." Rocky blushed and said, "She is very pretty." At that moment, Thumbelina woke up. She saw the frogs and screamed, "Where am I? What are you doing to me?" John croaked, "Do not be afraid. You will marry my son, Rocky." But Thumbelina looked at Rocky and cried, "No. He is ugly. I will never marry him. Somebody help me." Three little fishes poked their heads out of the water. They saw what was happening and whispered, "We must save this human girl from John and his son." They quickly bit the stem of the lily pad. The pad drifted away, carrying Thumbelina far from the frogs. As she floated down the stream, a butterfly named Breeze saw her. He lifted her to a tree branch and told his butterfly friends, "I will marry her." But his friends laughed. "What is wrong with you, Breeze? She is dull, colorless, and she cannot even fly." Hearing this, Breeze believed them and cruelly dropped Thumbelina to the ground. Poor Thumbelina wandered alone in the forest. She ate whatever she could find, berries, seeds, and drops of dew from flowers. Soon, summer ended, and winter arrived. She wrapped herself in a dry leaf, shivering. "It is so cold. If I don't find shelter, I will die." While searching, she saw a little burrow in the ground. "It must belong to a mouse," she thought. "Maybe he will let me stay." She knocked on the door, and a kind mouse appeared. "What are you doing out here in this cold?" he asked. "Come inside, or you will freeze." He gave her soup and bread. Thumbelina ate gratefully. She asked, "May I stay here?" The mouse nodded. "Yes, but only if you help me keep my house clean. Then you may live here for the whole winter." Thumbelina smiled. "Of course. I will clean everything." A few days later, the mouse said, "My friend is coming today. If he likes you, I will marry you to him." Outside, on his way, that friend, a mole, pushed aside a wounded bird lying on the path. Thumbelina rushed forward. "Don't hurt it. It is so helpless." But the mole sneered, "Birds are ugly. I don't like them." Thumbelina gently cared for the bird. When it healed, it flew away. She thought to herself, "This mole is cruel and arrogant. I cannot marry him. I must escape." When she stepped outside, the same bird returned. It landed before her and said, "You are so kind. Come with me, and I will take you far away from the mole." Thumbelina climbed onto its back, and it carried her over mountains and valleys until they reached a beautiful garden. The bird placed her on a soft flower petal. Exhausted, Thumbelina fell asleep. When she awoke, she saw someone standing before her. It was a tiny king, the flower king, no bigger than Thumbelina herself. Instead of hair, he wore golden petals on his head, and his clothes were made of green leaves. "You are so beautiful," he said. "Will you marry me? I am the king of flowers." The bird flew down beside them and said, "Thumbelina, this is the flower king. He is kind and noble. If you marry him, you will be happy, for everyone honors him." The flower king smiled and held out his hand. "So, lovely girl, will you be my queen?" Thumbelina looked at him. He was handsome and gentle. At last, she nodded. "Yes." And so Thumbelina married the flower king, and she became the queen of flowers. From that day on, she lived happily ever after. If you enjoyed my innocent little story, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you, my dear audience.